Hello, how are you doing? Today we are going to talk about what did you want to be when you were young and your current job. When I was young, I had many dreams. I can remember when I was 5, I wanted to be a painter. I used to go to Art Hagwon. It was such a fun time. I could draw whatever I imagined, so the place offered an escape to express my imagination. That memory is precious to me. I had no worry at that time. Now we are grown-ups, so we have to work to feed ourselves. How about you, April? What did you want to become when you were young?
If I remember as far as I can remember, I think I wanted to be a nurse. I have always liked to care other people. When I see some people who are in need, I want to help them. Plus, when I and my friends played, I always took a role as a nurse. Giving somebody a shot was always fun. Of course, I didn't use an actual syringe. I used little wooden sticks as syringes, and I gave candies when my patients didn't complain.
That is so adorable. But my question is, how many people are working in fields that they dreamed of? Reality is cruel sometimes. I realized I couldn't make a lot of money if I became a painter when I was in 6th grade of elementary school. Of course, you can make a lot of money if you become a famous artist, but everyone knows that the chance is slim. So I gave up that dream when I was maybe 12 years old. Instead of going to Art Hagwon, my mother sent me to learning institutes related to school subjects such as math and English. These Hagwons were all about solving problems. Sometimes we didn't have to understand mechanisms of solving problems. If I couldn't understand, I just needed to memorize everything. In English, it is called cram school. I always crammed right before tests. To find something fun, I sometimes skipped Hagwon and went to PC Bang. PC Bang is similar to Internet Cafe in America, but with much better computers. We played StarCraft and Diablo 2 instead of going to Hagwon. I got in trouble sometimes when Hagwon called my mother. Although I always worried about getting caught, PC Bang was so much fun.
I also gave up becoming a nurse when I entered middle school. I had to solely focus on studying. While studying some subject related to nursing, I found I was not interested in those topics I needed to study to be a nurse. I didn't realize what was needed to be a nurse until that time. Nurse looked cool, but to be a nurse was a lot tougher than I thought. Jesus, I hated science so much, especially biology.
Yes, everyone has that kind of breaking point. Most of people realize reality is different from what you imagined. Even though I wanted to be a painter in the past, I wouldn't be a painter if you asked me a same question. I realized I hate being stationary. I like active job, which I can move around while working more. I went to engineering school originally because I liked math and science. After graduating engineering school, I got a job in construction site, which I had to oversee many people. Studying in the school was boring, but I am satisfied with my job now since I change my working spot every year.
So you changed your dream from a painter to an engineer. Those fields are totally different. In my case, I became a public servant. Another reason that I didn't want to be a nurse is work-life balance. Nurse doesn't have fixed schedule, so it is hard to make a plan with friends. However, I could manage my schedule more freely than nurses. I have one friend who is a nurse, but I haven't seen her for a long time because of her schedule. She often pulled out at the last minute. And I can get paid even though I do overtime. I heard that some small companies don't pay for overtime. Overall, this job is satisfying.
Yes. And do you have any future plan after retiring? I am trying to save money because I don't think national pension would be able to support all people in this country. Population is aging, and labor force is decreasing.
Yes, and we are probably gonna live until 100 years old. And I think just staying at home after retiring will be so boring. I guess I have to save money to open a coffee shop. You know I like coffee, and I am learning to get a barista certificate.
That is a good plan. It is always nice to learn something you like. Now I have to think what I like. I haven't painted for more than 20 years. Maybe I can teach English as a volunteer job. I think teaching can be very rewarding. If I see students who get better at something, I think I will be so happy. Helping other people is always nice.
Time is up. I hope you enjoyed our podcast. Let's think about what we like and what we liked. See you next time.